because there's more fire danger in our area this morning.
Yeah, we have Katie LaSalle right now joining us. So who is in the path of these dangerous conditions that we are talking about today?
Unfortunately, places like Boulder County, the foothills, Palmer Divide for today. The winds will not be nearly as strong and severe as what we experienced last week, but it'll still be elevated fire danger. So breezy for today. I want to take you through the forecast. And the other big story, we officially began winter yesterday. Not really feeling like winter. Our temperatures near record warmth expected over a big portion of Colorado for today. So right now it is very mild this morning at 43 degrees. It's still a little bit chilly, but our average high for December 22nd is 43. So we're sitting at that right now, and daytime highs will be unseasonably warm, nearing record territory today across a big portion of the state. Low 70s expected here in Denver. Now, as the winds pick up this afternoon, a red flag warning will take effect. It starts at 8 o'clock this morning. All areas shaded here in red. That is just to the west of Denver, Fort Collins, down south over Castle Rock. Strong gusty winds up to 55-mile-per-hour gusts at times. Sustained winds from the west and low relative humidity is why the National Weather Service issues these types of warnings, because if a fire were to spread, as the winds are strong, it could spread rapidly. So please avoid any activity that could cause a spark. It is going to be blustery for this morning and afternoon near Boulder, up over Allens Park, Estes Park, into our southern high country as well. We will continue to see those strong winds from the west. It's bone dry, and when you have that dry vegetation, that's what we're really just worried about for today. Here across the Denver area, not super windy. It's just going to be mostly sunny skies and very warm. Not feeling like late December, but overall at 72 degrees, pretty lovely. Daytime highs will stay above normal, as you can see from this 7-day forecast. We'll talk about the weekend and our next chance for any snow, but it's not going to be the Denver area that is bracing for precipitation for the rest of the week.
Katie, thank you so much. And we do have an impact for those heading out the door right now. Take a look at your screen. If you're taking 270, probably hopping on to I-70. This is a live look of 270 and I-70, where police are investigating a crash at the moment. So you could see several vehicles are involved in that right shoulder, right lane, partially blocked off. So I do want to switch things over to our CDOT cameras, because you can kind of see we are seeing heavy delays in the backside of this crash, and you can kind of see those brake lights as well as those flashing lights right now. So if we switch things over to our main maps, I want to zoom in where we're seeing that crash and those heavy delays that we are seeing. So earlier this morning, about 15 minutes ago, when I was talking about this crash, we weren't seeing significant delays. That is no longer the case. Right now, that drive from 270, so from I-25 heading into I-70, it is going to be about 25 minutes, 15 miles per hour. A good detour for you is just head south along I-25 and hop on to I-70.
A well-known immigration advocate who has been in ICE detention for 9 months is expected to be released in the coming days. A judge wrote a decision over the weekend saying Jeanette Vizquera could be released on bond.
Yeah, 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon, she joins us live from the ICE facility where she's been held in Aurora. Courtney, she was taken into custody back in March.
Yes, that's right, Brianna and Lauren. Sometime today, Jeanette Vizquera is expected to post her $5,000 bond, according to the American Friends Service Committee of Denver. She's been held here at this ICE detention facility for the last 9 months, and once her bond is posted, it'll likely take about 12 to 36 hours for her to be released. The decision from the U.S. District Court of Colorado said Vizquera's detention had become unconstitutionally prolonged. That's according to the AFSC, who has been working alongside her legal team. The judge found the Department of Homeland Security failed to justify her continued detention, ruling she poses neither a danger to the community nor a flight risk. Vizquera was taken into custody back in March outside a Target store in Denver where she works. Her lawyers have argued her detention was a direct response to her years of high-profile activism in challenging deportation orders. She gained national attention during President Trump's first term while seeking sanctuary in a Denver church. In 2017, she was also named one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people in the world. Vizquera will not be ordered to wear an ankle monitor or a GPS device once she's released. The order from the judge, however, is not a final decision about her case, which includes her challenge to a deportation removal order. Live in Aurora, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
Courtney, thank you so much. A hearing is scheduled in court today to see if a judge is going to accept guilty pleas from the owners of a funeral home in Penrose. That's where nearly 200 decomposing bodies were discovered. John and Carrie Halford ran the Return to Nature funeral home. They've both already pleaded guilty to state charges, but a judge rejected both of those deals after family members of the victims argued they were too lenient. Last week, the district attorney's office announced both John and Carrie agreed to new deals. John's would come with a 30 to 50-year prison sentence. Carey's would be 25 to 35 years. If the guilty pleas are accepted, John's sentencing will be decided in January, Carey's in April.
Also today, Denver City Council is set to vote on the construction for the stadium of the Denver Summit FC. They're Denver's new women's professional soccer team. The bill calls for an update to Santa Fe Yard's zoning status to make development possible. Council also expected to vote on other bills related to the new stadium. One includes freeing up $50 million needed to buy the land. Votes on the bills have seen several days causing delays, causing tensions between the team and council. The team's owners have threatened to seek other locations outside of Denver, while council members wanted better details of how certain dollars were being spent.
The city of Aurora is raising its fee to visit the Aurora History Museum and Rec Center. This comes as they deal with a projected $20 to $30 million budget shortfall in 2026. Right now, the Aurora History Museum is free. However, starting January 6th, they're going to start charging $5 for adults and $1 for kids. They're also changing their hours. Starting in the new year, they're going to now be open from 9 to 4 on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and 11 to 4 on Saturdays. And starting on the 1st of January, the city's recreation fees are also going to be going up. This applies to all recreation-related fees. So we're talking rentals, memberships, drop-ins, and programming. Annual memberships for residents will cost $149 for kids, $375 for adults, and $196 for adults over 62. Drop-in fees are going to cost $5 for kids, $7 for adults, and $5 for older adults. You can find more pricing info right now on the City of Aurora's website. The Justice Department is facing mounting pressure over its release of the Jeffrey Epstein files. A bipartisan pair of lawmakers says the DOJ failed to meet a congressional deadline to release all documents. They're now demanding answers from Attorney General Pam Bondi. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche is defending the delay, saying officials are still reviewing records to protect victims, a requirement under the law. Blanche also addressed the removal of several photos, including one showing Epstein with President Trump, insisting the decision had nothing to do with politics and everything to do with victim concerns. The dispute is fueling fresh debate on Capitol Hill over transparency and accountability.
It's been more than a week since the Bondi Beach massacre in Australia, killing 15 people and injuring dozens during a Hanukkah celebration. On Sunday, thousands gathered for a moment of silence to mourn the victims. Across Sydney, flags flew at half-staff. Over Bondi, planes traced messages of love and solidarity with the Jewish community, while heavy police presence and mental health support remained visible, are reminders of what happened here. Plans are now underway to honor the youngest victim with a proposal to rename a local playground in her memory. New court documents revealed disturbing details about Australia's deadliest terror attack.
Prosecutors say the father and son accused in the Bondi Beach massacre trained with firearms for months, practicing tactical movements before that attack. The documents allege the pair threw multiple improvised explosive devices at the crowd, including pipe bombs, moments before opening fire. None of those devices detonated, but a fifth suspected bomb was later found in their car. 15 people were killed in that December 14th attack, targeting Jewish families celebrating Hanukkah. The father was killed while the son is in custody and now faces terrorism charges and multiple counts of murder.